From MTN and MontanaSports.com, this is Sunday Night Sports.
Hello, everybody. It seems like we've been talking about Maggie Voisin's success for the better part of a decade, and yet the Olympic skier is still just 20 years old. She wants to compete for another 10, which is why she chose to take the next 6 months off. MTN's Jack Ginsburg explains.
In 2014, Maggie Voisin was set to be one of the youngest U.S. Olympians to compete at the Sochi Winter Games at the age of 15. Just a day before the opening ceremony, Voisin broke her ankle on a practice run and was sidelined for the entire games. When she came back to compete, she was met with more obstacles as she tore her ACL and hurt her meniscus. And now, just over a year after a fourth-place finish at the Pyeongchang Winter Games and a first-place gold medal at the X Games, Voisin has re-torn the same ACL in her right knee. The 20-year-old Olympian can't pinpoint exactly when she tore the ligament, but thinks it could be from a crash back in July, but didn't find out the ligament was torn until the end of February.
When I figured out that my ACL was gone, I still had 2 competitions left in the season. And basically my doctor and all my physical therapists on the U.S. team, they basically gave me their full support in whatever I decided to do, if that was to just continue to ski on it, or to get surgery, or to wait a little bit. And obviously at that time I hadn't really decided what I wanted to do, so I went to that next competition.
Voisin ultimately decided not to risk it, with the possibility of the ligament being aggravated closer to the next Olympics.
You know, the Olympics were last season. I have 3 years after this, to get back and ready. I had a season skiing and I'll be skiing next year. So it's just like the timing was kind of perfect to do it now. And say I decide not to get the surgery and 2 years down the road, I'm in so much pain. I get the surgery and it's that much closer to the Olympics. And, I just figured that, now was the best time to take care of it. And so that's kind of where that decision came from.
Voisin is set to be sidelined anywhere from 6 to 8 months, but she's not focusing on the negatives of the injury and learning from the past.
So mentally, it was really, really hard for me, that last one, but I truly believed I learned a lot from it and I grew a lot. So going into this one, I think just knowing that from any situation, good or bad, you can always take a positive away from it. And I know I'm going to learn something on the road, who knows what that is, but, definitely just looking forward to that and kind of something, if there's no rain, no flowers, so.
From here on out, the road is filled with tons of physical therapy and rehab, building towards next season. Voisin will be spending most of her time during the summer and fall with PTs and strength coaches in Park City, Utah, at the Center of Excellence, hoping to get back on the snow in September. When I ask Voisin about the possibility of slowing down due to injury, there's no hesitation.
Any great athlete has gone through so many ups and downs in their career, and it's, the downs that really show and make or break people, so.
Reporting in Whitefish, Jack Ginsburg, MTN Sports.
In case you're marking your calendar, the next Winter Olympics will be in Beijing in February 2022.